Let's get into it, baby.
Ah, yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
Baby. This is Travel and Bang. I am the one and only Marky Bravo, the mulatto. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games here to talk about the dark arts of seduction and the nuance of game. I'm glad you came. Before we get into this episode, hit up the sponsor of this video, AO Nutrition, also known as Anabolic Outlaws, the #1 sports and nutrition and pro hormone company of North America. Okay, gentlemen, we got to make up a mind. You got to make up your mind. Do you want to have a healthy, really vibrant, full of energy life where, you know, your health is intact, women are receiving the vibe you put out in a manner which they find exhilarating, titillating, and a turn on? Unfortunately, we live in a world where the book does get judged by this cover. Okay, you don't have to be the most handsome man, you don't have to be the most tallest man, but your body needs to be fit. Okay, you don't have to be necessarily super muscular, but you can't be skinny fat. You can't be flabby, in other words. You don't want to be overweight. Don't be a statistic. Don't belong to the mediocre. Take it into control right now. Grab the goat by the horns and you know what with it, okay? So go to the site, check out the products, get up the motivation to get on a fitness program, get that membership at the gym, or if you fell out and you want to go full steam, within 30 to 60 days, you will gain lean muscle mass, okay? You turn that skinny fat into hard body. You lose that weight if you are a little bit overweight and you just melt it off and you get that lean muscle that women just love. They just love. And you know what? Even better than just looking sexy naked, because that's what women really enjoy, is that your performance in the bedroom will be stellar. It will be out of this world. Why? Because your engine, your proverbial engine, is firing off on all cylinders. Okay? Your body no longer is functioning like an old broken down Cadillac, and now it's performing like a Lamborghini. Okay? Like a E-Class Mercedes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So check out the link below. That's aonutrition.shop. And don't forget, if you're tuning into this video, use the code TRAVELBANG10. Use it, TRAVELBANG10. If you use TRAVELBANG10, you will get a deduction in the shipping and handling. I know they got some new ones out for all the people out there who say, he don't use those products. Look, okay? Got that Ultimate Havoc, okay? Got the, oh, this one is the Halotropin. This one, you need that insulin spike, so you will gain some lean muscle mass really fast. And this is the new one, Halotropin. Thundercaps makes you, it makes you a beast in the bed. Check it out. I know he got a special going right now. You pay like what, $100 and he throws it in for free. Okay, and then you can use the code TRAVELBANG10 and get even more off. All right, so let's get into this, baby. So the most asked question by most men is, how do I rock her socks off? What can I do to be remembered? You know what I mean? And not fall into all the other dudes that she doesn't remember sexually. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna be honest with you, it is true. If your bedroom game is lame, okay, a lot of women these days will friend zone you. You know what I mean? They will friend zone you because, you know, it's not that they're trying to be mean. It's just that if there isn't a sexually intimate connection with you and the woman that you're just started dating, they already like, oh, you know what I mean? They disqualify you. They might even still like you as a person, but they're like, you can be my friend. That's it. So you don't want to go down that street. Gentlemen, I've been there when I was younger. It's a horrible feeling to be friend zoned because of something like that. It can be avoided. It can be very much avoided. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand that adult cinema, triple X adult cinema is a fantasy factory. Okay, not all of it. You know what I mean? I know Brazzers. I know the film company Brazzers makes a lot of realistic stuff, but not all of it, but most of it. Gentlemen, let's talk about thrust. Don't go machine gunning right away. See, we're a little different than how women are built. You know, we fire off on all cylinders. We'll go 1 to 100 miles per hour within 3.5 seconds like a Ferrari. Women take time to build. Don't get me wrong. The punani, it is built by nature to take on deep penetration. But you need to start slow, okay? And trust me, at the same time, don't forget that may help if you also bring some lubrication. I don't want to be raw and raunchy, but when I didn't have any lubrication, you know what I mean? Just had to use human-made lubrication. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty raunchy, I know. So let's go to the next one. Teasing, okay? Gentlemen, you know, and like I said, I've met a few women who they don't want to go slow. They just want to go 1 to 100 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Don't get me wrong. But for the majority of women, I know they like to be teased. To make the experience a lot more memorable, you start slow, as we said, and you tease. What does that mean? You pull away. You know what I mean? As you're building up a deep, energy, you know what I mean? Vortex of being just horny energy while you're thrusting slow, you're kissing, then stop, pull away. Okay? Now, don't do that. Don't pull away. Don't stop right as she's having a orgasm moment. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wrong time to do it. But in the beginning, for the foreplay, that's when you pull away. And then you have her begging, she'll be begging for more. You know what I mean? You pull away, you start again. You pull away. Also, what this allows you to do, gentlemen, for those who are the extra sensitive types, it allows you to start getting a tolerance, a threshold to the pleasure that you're receiving. Because, you know what I mean? If you put too much stimulation on yourself, there's a lot of men, you know what I'm saying, you end up busting fast. You know what I mean? You don't want to go down that route. But if you overstimulate, you're going, oh, you know what I mean? You're gonna make yourself look stupid. You're really gonna play yourself out and look like a mediocre joker, a premature ejaculator. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy. Okay. From there, let's talk about tempo. Okay. Now, the majority of guys are doing the typical missionary in, out, or the in, out. You know, this is not good. You need to do a variation of tempo as you're penetrating. Okay. So, for instance, you might go in, out, then hit the corners. Okay, that's what old school OG told me, and it's true. You hit the corners. So you do a variation of the tempo. Don't do it to the point where it's like she already knows the rhythm, because then, as our bodies are built to, you know what I mean, become familiar with that. She becomes familiar with that, and now there's no pleasure in it. You know what I mean? You're pumping away like you're drilling for oil, and she's just like, huh? You know what I mean? And that's why you gotta mix up the variation of penetration in, out, when you go in and out, and hit the corners. Most guys don't know that. You hit the corners. You go left, you go right, you go up, you go down. That's what I'm saying. Most dudes don't know that. And as you're doing that, also grinding, you know what I mean? Once again, you know what I mean? The machine gun, ba, 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 in and out, in and out. Yeah, okay, you know, but if you grind, you're also giving stimulation to the woman's clitoris, okay? And you put all that together, okay? The thrust, you know, making sure you start slow and then build up, you know what I mean? Build her up. And then, like I said, teasing, grinding, and mixing up the tempo. This is going to make it really, really hot. You know what I'm saying? This is, I know 100% the majority of women, when I take that approach, it blows their mind. It blows their mind because other men, we talk about nuances of game. This is the nuances, meaning paying attention to subtle details, okay? And also, with all that put together, make sure, of course, this is obvious, but most men are not paying attention, your sexual health. If you're eating bull crap foods, fast foods, processed foods all the time, you're just not gonna be at your best. You know what I mean? And even if your sexual health isn't, your body isn't healthy, it doesn't matter if you pop a blue pill or a Cialis. It doesn't matter, because now your climax isn't gonna be where it needs to be. You understand? Because your health is off. You know what I mean? Meaning the dopamine, the hormone, the hormone responsible for pleasure, it's just not going to be as potent in your brain, in your gland. You understand? So you want to definitely make sure you take products, supplements, work out, hydrate, eat clean. When I say take products, yeah, take sports nutrition products, just like the ones that I advertise at AO Nutrition. I'm telling you, life, you just take it to another level. You want to be like you want her to do double monkey backflips on you, then you need to also be an athlete, a 5-star Olympic athlete in bed. You can do it. You can be that way. And we already talked about a lot of men talking about, yeah, Marky Bravo, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, I'm just not good at lasting a very long time. And we already talked about getting the fleshlight. And that just like with martial arts, boxing, and anything you do, practicing the violin or an instrument, you have to practice. You know what I'm saying? So when you're not in the game, when there is a drought, or you're just too busy and you're just out of the game for a while, you get the fleshlight. And instead of using Rosie Palm and her five friends, you know what I mean? Because the hand ain't never going to imitate how it really feels to be with a beautiful woman with a wet, warm, tight vaginal area. So you need to use the fleshlight, okay? And that'll stimulate at least 80%, the same feeling. I would say up there in the 80% range, and it'll simulate the same feelings. And you'll stay on point, gentlemen, on point. So you keep practicing with that. So then when it comes down to a slam bam, thank you, ma'am, you know, she's getting ready to do double monkey backflips, and your llama isn't gonna spit right away. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna look stupid, and then you're gonna feel humiliated. You know what I mean? And she's gonna say corny, nice things to you to make you feel better. You know what I mean? Some of them don't. And it just, you're gonna friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. I've heard stories where guys performed horribly in bed, and the woman married the guy. You know what I mean? She didn't care. You know what I mean? But, you know, most women are like that, okay? So, take my advice. This is the way you establish yourself to be the Don Dada, the bedroom bully in the bed. And then when you put it up a notch, then you can get into all the other freaky stuff. You understand? You know what I mean? The more rough stuff. You know what I mean? The fetish, the S&M, the bondage. You know what I mean? Then you can take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? I prescribe it. I endorse it. When it becomes between you and a woman, or maybe you and two women, you put it up and get freaky. You don't take it there. Why not? That's what it's about. You put yourself in a realm where you're not like everyone else, that you're not in the mainstream. Cookie cutter dudes don't really live a life of mass deep pleasure, because you're not treating life like an adventure. You know what I mean? Your sexual intimate life is an adventure. Why shouldn't it be? You know what I mean? You become the best version of yourself. Remember, you're not gonna attract the woman that you want. You're gonna attract basically as a mirror reflection of who you already are. Anybody tells you anything else, you know what I mean? All right, you can listen to them. You can listen to their primitive nonsense. You know what I mean? Their atheist, primitive nonsense. I'm telling you the real deal. Energy, frequency, and vibration. And you combine that with bedroom knowledge, where you're rocking her socks off. You know what I mean? Yogis have not been practicing Kama Sutra and aligning their chakras for nothing. They're not making this stuff up thousands of years. Do you think they'd believe all that crap if it didn't exist? We don't need to get into that esoteric stuff. But you understand this is very real. You can master it. You become the Don Dada in the bedroom. You become the Don Juan DeMarco that you were meant to be. Do you understand that? Till next time. Asombroso.